Guys, this is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we're going to be looking at the NECA Street Fighter 4 Chun-li figure. This is the last of the Street Fighter 4 figures. Unfortunately, they canceled the line. I wish they didn't, but with this figure I can kind of see where they were headed, so it's kind of a good and bad thing that they canceled it. Before we do anything else, let's look at the height. She stands just shy of 7 inches, which makes her the same height as Guile, Akuma, Ken, and Ryu, which is not accurate. So the scaling, again, is way off. As far as accessories go, she has 2 fist hands. You can see those there. 2 open hands, or karate chop hands, whatever you want to call those. And 1 victory set of hand, singular. So she has 1 extra hand than everybody else, which is kind of cool, I guess. As far as the figure goes, she's about in line with Sea Viper. There are a lot of problems with this figure. One being that her legs are far too huge, even for Street Fighter 4. They just are gigantic. And then the shape of this, outlining the curvature of the leg, makes them look even fatter. So that's, and then they stand really wide too. It's like she's ready to give birth. It's really not a good situation. Looking from the back, it's even worse because it's really, really wide. And she's got a little bit of junk in the trunk, I think, so that's not quite the way Chun-Li should look. As far as paint goes, there are some good things and some bad. There's really nice paintwork on the boots. Aside from painting the little rivet thingies, which I know they're not rivets, I keep forgetting what those are called. There's nice texture painting throughout. The sculpt is good on the boots as well. There's decent shading in the red here, decent shading in the blue. This detail painting in the gray, focus camera, what are you doing? I don't know what the camera's up to. Come on. I don't know, maybe you can see it from my view. I can't see it in the camera, but there's really bad gray painting on her stomach. The gold is okay, it's not the best. The painting in the hair again is okay, or in the hair buns. Those are posable, aren't they? No, they're not. Okay, I thought they were. So the hair bun things aren't posable. Sculpt on the face is pretty good for the game. It's not great. There's a lot of paint issues with her. Fresh from the factory, she's got a lot of scratches on her face. But otherwise, the paint detailing is pretty good on the head. Articulation-wise, she's on a ball peg just like everyone else. She has the best range of motion. Every which way you can pose it, it'll work. Ball disc shoulders, pretty well executed. I mean, she has a good range of motion, even though she doesn't have the butterfly joint. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, wrist swivel and pivot, but she has the giant man hands. I know they're big in the game, but they're pretty big on her. They're kind of awkward looking. The spikes are done really well. They're actually really pointy, and it doesn't feel good to pose her when you're grabbing onto them because they're hard, rigid plastic, which is surprising, but it's fine with me because then they won't break or bend. So that's okay. She has an ab crunch. Pretty well done, except there's no detailing in this white part at all, sculpt-wise. And as you pose it, you can see it's separating from the lower half of her body. So there's a waist twist there. Then you have her skirt thingy, which is pegged in, so you cannot adjust that like you could with the soda one. That's not going to turn. And it's glued on the back as well. And while we have this up, we can look at this horrible, horrible hip articulation. This is in line with Sea Viper in that she's got that thing. Again, you guys can describe it how you like, but I'm just going to leave it at that. And then we have these weird hip things where it's this weird joint. It's like a shoulder ball disc kind of that pegs down into these super fat thighs, and the thigh rotates on there. I don't know what's up with that. That's just weird. I don't know why they did that. It's ugly. It doesn't work particularly well. You can't even bring the legs up higher than that. So, I mean, I guess you can force them in there, tuck it in that way, but it's just weird. It's ugly, it doesn't work that well, and it's weird, but whatever. Double jointed knees, a swivel at the top of the boot, ankle pivot, ankle rocker, and a toe joint. So Chun-Li from the waist up is okay, from the waist down very weird, and definitely, I said Sea Viper was my least favorite. I think Chun-Li is. I forgot how bad she was. So there it is, guys. That does it for the not soda. Tired of saying soda. That does it for the NECA Street Fighter figure reviews. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and stay tuned for whatever else I have coming. In the meantime, keep collecting.